Hey JWNorth alumni and community members. This is Sammy Luna. I am your JWNorth Alumni Association President. I graduated from North High School in 1996. Coming to you today because we have a problem. We thought about a month ago that we had an agreement from our RUSD Board that North was going to get $50 million to improve their campus, even though they need $124 million according to a study done. They only wanted to give us less than $20 million, but luckily we got them to agree to 50. So when that motion was made back on October 7th, Trustee Kinnear clarified with Trustee Farooq's motion to ensure that North was getting 50 plus 11.5 million to cover their HVAC system. That was clarified and confirmed, and it passed without opposition at the October 7th board meeting. Take a look for yourself at that clip right here.
The last compromise I'll throw out there, and if otherwise I'll acquiesce to my colleagues, is at least let's commit to 50 million plus, just as so that there's some baseline that we all are unanimously consenting to, so that again, when they go back and start putting the menus together, start having these operations subcommittee, at least there's some tangible minimum commitment that the board has extended from this meeting. I think if we do that and we vote on the Casablanca and Eastside and the project team, the bottom line threshold has been set. That's what I would propose.
That motion or direction?
I'd like to have a clarification.
Yeah.
I'd like to have one piece
Sure.
of clarification with that, and one addition to that. Project team has to be added to that. You didn't say project team, so add project. Okay, great. Then the clarification question with North is, when you say 50 million, I'm
not including the ESSER funds is on top of that.
Okay, great. That was my clarification. Thanks. Go ahead and do the motion one more time, and okay. I say let's move on.
So it's pretty clear from that clip that North should be getting 50 million plus 11.5 million for the HVAC system. Well, in the last board meeting, our trustee Kinnear had to clarify that he received a report of the budget stating that the 11.5 million for the HVAC system was included in the $50 million. Quite different than what you just saw that was agreed to in that clip. Take a look at what he says at that board meeting right here.
Challenge sometimes. At the October 7th board meeting, we took action on a plan to spend $190 million of remaining Measure O bond funds and other facilities dollars. Dr. Farooq motioned with a second by Mr. Lee to allocate $187 million in the following way: $53 million to Casablanca Neighborhood School, $62 million for the Eastside Neighborhood School, $50 million to North, $10 million to Project Team, $1 million each to further the plans for a new school in High Grove and the UCR STEM High School, and $10 million for contingencies. Before the vote, I asked a clarifying question. Did the $50 million for renovations and projects at North include the $11.5 million of ESSER COVID funding for air conditioning? Dr. Farooq, who made the motion, responded the ESSER monies were in addition to the $50 million proposed in the motion. We approved the motion. On November 2nd, we, as the board, received a draft project budget funding matrix that subtracted the $11.5 million in ESSER air conditioning dollars from North's $50 million, contrary to Dr. Farooq's motion and the response given to my point of clarification. In meeting with our superintendent, I was told the ESSER dollars for North's air conditioning was included in the $190 million total available dollars. As a result, our board decision overspent the $190 million available. The budget was changed, and the AC project was subtracted from North's totals that we approved. I don't always want to be the squeaky wheel, but simply, it's my understanding that when we pass a motion, it's followed. Let me be clear that I know that we can't spend $11.5 million that we don't have. If we made a mistake and the ESSER funds were included in the $190 million we were told we had left, we should go back to fix it publicly. Maybe the board will correct the error by subtracting the expense from the $50 million, or maybe they'll do something else. Second, maybe the average citizen would not recognize it, but I guarantee you the North community and leaders in the Eastside expect $50 million for North's renovations, plus 11.5 for AC. If we just change the budget without publicly addressing it, we'll lose trust and credibility. I'm not particularly competent with technology. However, during our October 7th meeting, we could have had a whiteboard and listed projects and the funds necessary to complete them and added the dollars as we went. Although I don't want to further complicate things, I'm confused about other items. We approved a budget of $53 million for Casablanca, yet the budget matrix that we received that we received after the meeting shows $64 million for Casablanca, with an asterisk that noted the figure includes site acquisition. What confuses me is I was told the land for Casablanca cost $8 million. When I add $53 million, which we allocated, to the $8 million that I'm told we spent for site acquisition, that totals $61 million, not $63 million that the matrix says. I don't know the projected land acquisition costs for the East Side, but I was surprised to see $70 million for the projected cost of that school. We need a future meeting, so the sooner the better, to fix this. I'm told that we'll have a complete accounting of revenue, budgets, commitments, and expenditures from all sources for everyone to see in January, and I look forward to it. Thank you.
So it looks like we're going to have to go back to the board and get them to honor their original commitment. It is my understanding they will be voting on this exact same subject at the next board meeting on December 16th. We need as many people as possible to show up and speak out. If you can't show up, we need you to send emails to the board members. If there's another way you can help, that would be great too. Just send me an email at JWNorthAlumni@gmail.com and I will get you all the information you need. We need to get North what their fair share is. Thank you for listening. Once a Husky, always a Husky.